It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of bias. Your best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias. What's up, everybody? It's time for another episode of the Best of Bias podcast, starring yours truly. I got the fam in the house, and I do apologize. It's been a little bit. I think it's been a week since I've had it, so I am feeling a little ways right now. I feel like I left my family out there to dry. I feel like they've wanted some Best of Bias podcast, and I didn't provide in the time needed to provide. And I'm back now with some guests to make this episode nice and extra special for y'all. It's episode what, 214? And we in the building. We got guests in the building. Guests, who are y'all? Whoever wants to go first.
AKA.
AKA back in the house.
It's always short and sweet with me. So,
hey.
Yeah.
Who else is in the house?
Chelsea is here.
Hey, Chelsea's back in the house too. So we got some guests today, you know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna be just me, you know what I'm saying? So that past week that y'all missed out on just me, I got something special for y'all. Giving y'all double the guests, double the fun, triple the pot. Let's do one. All right, let's get right into it. How y'all doing, first and foremost? You made it through the heat wave. I don't know how it is for you out there, Ariel, but it's hot as freaking shit out here. Reaching like almost, last week was almost 100 degrees like every day. I don't know what the degrees were out there for you guys.
We ain't there. I think we got like 90 something.
Sheesh.
It's different though. It ain't like Cali. Like Cali, we got dry shit out there. Out here, you can like feel that shit in your chest. It's like you got 5 pounds of heat on your chest when you're walking around. Because it's humid as fuck, you feel me? So you got asthma, it's a problem. My pops came out here like a month or something ago, and he was like, when he was at the house, he had to stand out on the porch because he's having like asthma attacks or something. I don't know.
My God. God damn. What about you, Chelsea? Was it hot out there? Where are you at, in Santa Clara? You have to give the direct.
Sunnyvale?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care. But no, it's been hot. I live on the second story though, so it's kind of worse. I literally had to go out and buy another AC unit the minute the heat wave started for the living room. I'm not gonna lie, it was bad.
It was scorching. Record heat. So I don't understand where this heat wave comes from or when they decide to be like, hey, this year we're gonna make it the hottest it's ever been ever in life. I saw like in Palm Springs it got up to like 113, 114.
Oh no.
Chico like 120. I'm like, what are you supposed to do in those type of degrees? And then you have 4th of July. Like, what'd you guys do for 4th of July? Did you guys barbecue, fireworks, all that in this heat?
I worked. Yeah.
Okay. Work.
Yeah.
I cooked. I didn't really do anything, but I cooked.
What'd you cook? You always cooking. Give us some. What'd you put on the grill out there?
I did pork belly sliders with coleslaw. Shoot, I forget what else I did. I for sure did that though. I think I might have done like a sushi bake or something like that for the people that don't eat meat.
Just let you know, not to cut you off here, there is hella people out there that follow the pod, that do follow you on Instagram and love the cooking that you do on your stories. They always asking, who does she be cooking for? Like, if it's nobody, I need to get her number because she be putting it down in the kitchen. Hey, I'm just saying what the people are saying out there. And we still need to get our cooking show going, but yeah, I know you put some shit out there for July and had it going.
We will get in there. We'll definitely do that. Whatever you want to cook, I got you.
Both of you guys are cookers, right? You guys both be putting it down in the kitchen, so we definitely need to collab on something pretty soon. Did you guys connect with the fam? Did you guys see any fireworks? Did you see any fires? I saw a bunch of fires during 4th of July.
That's crazy. I saw fireworks because the building I work at, you can go up on the roof and you can see, like, I don't know if you know the stadium out here is Lucas Stadium. Over there, you know, the ones the Colts playing or whatever. But
nice,
yeah, there's a bunch of fireworks and shit, but still it worked. So it was.
They didn't let you take a break to look up on one time and be like, hey.
Nah, the job I have, I'm like stuck in like the same spot, controlling a bunch of machines and shit.
I feel that. There was actually a fire like literally behind my house. I woke up in the middle of the night. I wasn't asleep, but it was like 12, about to be midnight. And I just go outside and it's hella smoky, and I look up and there's hella smoke in the air. And then these people are at the corner like, look, the house behind is on fire. He's like, I don't know what we should do. Yeah, should we be spraying down the house or should we be panicking? I was like, I don't know. So I ran back in the house and like tried to warn everybody, but they put out the fire and it looked like it was actually right there by KFC and shit, like right by the food places. But I'm glad everybody had a great 4th of July. We got a great podcast today. I got a bunch of topics that I'm excited to talk to you guys about. I've been talking about all these topics by myself and I've been like, fuck, I'm holding it all in. And people are like, what the fuck? Nobody really has an objective side to see what's going on. So I got some topics. Let's start really controversial and get this out of the way because I don't do the political stuff, but I know you guys heard about the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. What do you guys feel? There's a bunch of mixed opinions about who did it, who was behind it, was it real, was it not? I want to hear from you guys, some of the closest people to me. How you guys feel about the situation? Are you okay, firstly?
Okay, about what? About
I don't know.
boy.
I mean, it's triggering.
Huh?
Maybe.
I mean, was it real? I mean, people died, so I mean, yeah, I think one person died, but it's 2 people, including the person that was supposed to be shooting people. Uh, I think yeah. So if it was people died, it had to be real in some aspect of it. Was it like staged or whatever? Possibly. I mean, but altogether, if it wasn't and it was a real attempt and nobody like staged anything, it was a big blunder by law enforcement because like how the fuck would that happen? That makes no sense. So somebody wasn't doing their job. So yeah.
Yeah. Chelsea, how you feel about it? Do you think that it was set up or do you think it was just somebody, I don't know, this whole political race the last couple of years has triggered a lot of animosity within our country. You know what I mean? More than anything, you've seen people fighting and shit at sporting events, but this shit, people take their politics to a whole nother level. So what have you seen? How you feeling about this whole situation?
I mean, I feel like the whole thing has been like a big circus recently. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't feel one way or another about anything, but it has been lightweight a circus. Like, all of Biden in his presidential debates, he's like calling people the wrong name. He's messing up left and right. Trump thinks everything's a joke. So it's like, it's kind of a circus. So I don't think that I have an opinion too much on it other than that. So I don't tune in that much because I feel like it's just like watching reality TV down there. So I'm like, nah.
I kind of just feel like we know too much about shit nowadays. So, and I feel like we never know what's real, what's not real. I feel like both parties have displayed in this presidential race in the last one that they'll do anything to win. And we've seen shit that we haven't seen before. Me personally, I'm like, how the fuck did this happen? Any event where a presidential, well, former president or presidential candidate is speaking somewhere, it should be locked down.
It was
Lockdown to the T. It's like him being able to get up on that roof and do whatever he did, whether it be set up or not. It just gives people ideas. One, they can have access to anybody and do that to anyone at any time. It's like, no way it should be that loose. I think that's why it kind of gives to being set up. I don't know if I should have said it like that. It's giving Gen Z. You feel me? What are these people? Gen Z is it's giving. But it just seems like it's weird that he was able to get on the roof. People were telling the cops that there was a guy climbing on the roof. He was laying down up there, and they didn't do anything about it. Like I didn't see any cops going over there like, guy, get down. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know how somebody made it on the roof in the first place. Like you're supposed to be watching that shit. Like if the people saw it, you should have had somebody trained enough to see that. You had snipers and shit set up. And they if you listen to the shots, you can hear that they shot him like directly after he shot. He shot like I think 3 times, and you hear them shoot 3 times, and it stops. So it's like they knew where he was at instantly. I don't know why it took so long. I feel like maybe they had something said like let him shoot a couple times and take him out.
Yeah, it was weird. And there was pictures even of the sniper. They're like, how'd the sniper shoot the guy without even looking through the scope type shit? Like there's close-up pictures of he looked through the scope, noticed that the guy, noticed the guy shot, and then he shot right after without even really looking in the scope. He had a spotter, but it didn't even look like he looked back in the scope before letting off a shot and directly shot the guy. So it's all weird. I mean, they're trained to do that kind of shit, but me personally, I still kind of feel like
They recorded him shooting. I didn't see that. They recorded him actually taking the shots.
oh yeah. Twitter has everything.
God damn, you can't.
Yeah.
Twitter on everything.
Yeah, I kind of dread it sometimes going on X. I really do because you'll be scrolling on that shit and see it's the worst shit you ever seen in your life. just ruin your day.
The worst.
Right. Yeah, I don't understand.
Right away. First thing in the morning, be upset just for no
Yeah.
reason. Like,
And
I never
for
on
this.
Twitter.
Twitter or X is a really good place to go for information, but when you can be a or like victim to some bullshit you didn't want to see by just scrolling, it's like, why you put this on my For You? I didn't ask for no For You of
I
no
didn't ask for this.
2-year-old getting ran over. Like, what? Why do I need to see this morning?
Exactly.
Exactly. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself, Elon Musk. Take that shit off that motherfucking app, bro. But anyways,
It also gives people a good way of like putting out false information all the time, because all you got to do is take a picture,
True.
tag on it, put it out. People won't even fact check it. They're just like, oh, you hear about this? This happened. Like, no, that's not true. I doubt it's true.
And Elon Musk actually allows that. And when he took it over, he said that's one of the things that he wanted people to be able to do, have freedom of speech. And they even made people be able to buy the blue check. So people can make fake accounts of people, write false shit, and have people think it's them because they paid for that blue check a month, which Elon Musk has been saying. It's just kind of weird. But I don't know. I mean, this whole thing is just even more so being, publicized and making Trump more popular. He's selling the shoes, selling T-shirts. Was golfing the next day.
Was selling shoes.
Yeah, $299. You know what I'm saying? It's like
the shoes were wild. Yeah.
Ear bandages
and T-shirts with him pumping his fists. It's like, I don't know. He's just the toughest nigga alive. He can take a shot in the ear without even saying ouch. You know what I'm saying? Did anybody hear him say, ah, I was shot? No, he's just, my shoe. Like what? And then pumping his fist. Like, bro, what's going on? This world is just going crazy right now. So even
that crazy looking face too.
It's like, bro, what is happening? The Secret Service people, it's like it didn't seem like they're doing Secret Service things. I could have did that goddamn job. Just go ahead and they weren't even putting their bodies in front of him. They're just, oh wait, yeah. Yeah, like, hey, nope, don't shoot here, don't shoot. Hey, look at me. Like,
they were
what?
just letting them get up and shit. It was weird.
It was just really all just weird. Like, and just, I know I would just schedule that Milwaukee conference from Zoom or some shit, bro. You got shot. It's okay. You don't have to show up, bro. You can zoom it in. You know what I mean? I don't know. I wouldn't be nowhere after I just got shot at.
Yeah, get one of those Pope mobiles, the ones with just big old thing of glass, and just stand inside of that and give speeches.
Bro, put that shit on Twitch, make people fucking pay to get in, monetize that shit too. But anyways, pray for our country. I don't know if you guys vote. If anybody votes out there, go make a difference, because the world can be in a crazy place if you don't go out there and vote. So, Best of Bias told you here first. Do your part. Don't be a fart. So I kill myself sometimes. So, but Not Like Us video. I know this came out days and days ago, but quickly, what y'all feel about the Not Like Us video to top off this whole beef stuff? We talked about it and documented a lot throughout the podcast. How'd y'all feel about the video to top it all off before I guess the remix comes out? Did y'all see the video?
We're going to remix.
Well, there supposedly is going to be a remix. YG, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Roddy Ricch. All the people that are in the video, basically.
Ain't YG like supposed to be Drake's friend? I don't know.
Yeah, hey, when it comes down to,
I feel like a lot of.
Go ahead.
I feel like a lot of these people were supposed to be his friends. Like y'all all did songs together at one point or another.
Yeah.
So
I would have just stepped aside and been like, I can't be in this song because I don't know. I can't be friends with somebody after they called me a pedophile, even if they was on like a song where somebody called me a pedophile. Like, I didn't directly call you one, but you was nodding your head to Not Like Us, motherfucker. So.
But I think I became more than a song at one point. I think they started becoming like, oh, now it's a Compton thing. If you're from Compton and not in this video, you don't like Kendrick Lamar. So I think a lot of people are kind of forced into the situation, even if they didn't want to be, because they're on both sides. You know what I mean?
I feel it. At least I'd be with a Drake shirt on or something.
With the little certified lover boy heart in your head.
There you go.
That symbolism. But I thought it was cool though. I thought I just like the artistry of Kendrick Lamar. I like how he's so nonchalant the whole time, didn't really change his facial expressions. And I kind of like this streak of now Kendrick Lamar is so deep that everything he does, people have to overanalyze and try to find the deeper meaning. You know what I'm saying? Bringing the sport of hip hop back, making people think. It's less surface level and more so, okay, what did he say there? I respect Drake and Kendrick both for doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're personally responsible for bringing lyrical rap back or anything like that, but just making people think and unlocking the Da Vinci Code or something that somebody say, unravel a double entendre. You know what I'm saying?
I
You know,
watched something where they were talking about the hey, 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 he's a 69 guy. And they were
yeah.
like, well, hey, hey, hey is like Fat Albert. Fat Albert voiced by Bill Cosby, who we know did what he did. And then the 69 guy was
Yeah.
69. He was the pedophile or whatever. So it's like, well, if you
It's
did
all
that, then I guess you can
connected.
relate it. Yeah.
It was crazy, but yeah, I really like the video, man. I think I don't know. Some people say it's bots. Some people say it's overdone. Steph Curry was in the Olympics a couple of days ago saying, "Why is this song still being played? Like, play something else,"
No.
type shit. So there's now becoming a debate. Well, also, I think a lot of these NBA players are really low-key Drake's fans also. So they do have
Yeah.
a kind of skewed opinion on it. But at the same time, I kind of just feel like let the song rock, man. It's just making an impact, I think globally, even though it's calling somebody a pedophile.
It's
But
like nowadays, if you know, the songs don't have very much of a lifespan. They got like the lifespan of a fly. Like
yeah.
back in the day, people could like make their whole living off of one song. Like what other songs Little Richard ever made other than Good Golly Miss Molly? I don't know any other songs that he made that I could think of, but I know that he was famous. Or
Did he do a song called Woo? Woo?
I think
No.
that was in that.
No. I don't know. That was a guess. That was just a
Like
guess.
nowadays, you have a song and like after a week, people don't want to hear it no more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's no such thing as a classic nowadays. So.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a successful execution of a rollout, if you ask me. Shit. He started with the little like that verse. Let me bait him into a beef. Then he beefed him up, pause. And they got into a little back and forth. And then he dropped the video, lets it stretch out a little longer. Then you drop the remix with everybody on it from Compton. Then you drop the album. You used to be going all year and just need to disappear for another 10 years after doing this effective thing and going destroying hip hop in its hip hop's Hercules and just going to sit back in the tuck and let it recover.
I
I don't
wonder
know.
who's gonna be the remix of the song. They're gonna like put in their verse. Like Drake, I ain't got nothing against you, but I had to
I
get on the
know.
song. Saying like,
Nah,
the
yeah.
homies.
They're just gonna keep talking all that LA shit. Each gang member gonna rap about their set the whole time. Rap about their set. That'd be cool. But anyways, let's talk about some real shit. That was some old shit. Let's talk about some new shit. Speaking of one hit wonders, Chelsea, let me ask you this: are you a Sexy Red fan?
No.
You say no?
Nope.
Okay, okay.
Like some of the songs are catchy, yes. But again, it's like something that like I can't listen to over and over again because it's not talking about shit. Like legitimately not talking about nothing. So it's like
Right.
I don't care to like fully get invested in it. Now if I'm drunk and I'm out with the girls, like yeah, the song comes on, we're singing along, but that doesn't mean it's something that I like listen to in my free time or at the gym or anything like that. And I don't know, like to each his own, kind of do what you want to do, but I feel like she's quite out there and I feel like it's a bit much. And so I'm not.
Quite out there. She was after she had a baby. What was she doing in the hospital bed? Grabbing her.
Not even then. At one point, she was like calling Drake her baby daddy. I forgot who else she was
Chief
with
Keef.
recently. Yeah,
Keef.
Chief Keef.
Yeah.
Like she just it's like very much out there. Like even like when like they post like her tweets, I'm like, why would you say that out
Yeah.
loud? Like and have proof of it. Not even if were famous or not famous, it don't matter like that. It's a bit much. So it's kind of cringy. So I'm not a huge fan. No.
How do you feel
I
about
don't hate her.
the idea of her being an industry plant? Because I know, AKA, you don't listen to her music, do you?
At all.
I couldn't imagine anybody writes her verses for her. That might be literally the shit that she says in the booth on the spot because lyrically it's not anything. But do you see all the crossover and all the promotion she's getting? You see her with like country artists, you see her on stage with the weirdest people. She was on the shop with LeBron James. Like, how is she making it to these areas and how does she get so big? You see Drake promoting her at every twist and turn. She literally goes on a song, that newest song with Drake, and purposely sings out of tune for a good
Out of
portion
tune on purpose.
On purpose.
And it was terrible.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard, and people love it. Or at least not the people that I talk to, because how do you guys feel about her as a role model for little girls coming up?
Oh no. Oh no.
This
Isn't
is the girl
she the one
song
that
about having a pink pussy and a booty hole brown thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, no, I don't want my kids singing none of that stuff. You know what I mean? And like, isn't she the one that leaked her sex tape or something like that? Like,
all of it together.
and
just
like,
how.
and I think, and then I blame Twitter because I had come across it on Twitter, which
There it is
they
again.
wrong for that.
Yeah.
And I came across it and it was like cringy. Like, it was like, like,
Yeah. Oh my God.
this should have been something you even put out. Like, ugh.
And she makes it through it all, and everything happens. She becomes more and more famous as it goes on.
More and more famous, yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm so confused. I wish I understood, but it just seems it has to be a joke by these industries to be like, hey, look what we can do. We can make somebody famous. We can take away your fame. We can I never heard one good song. Ski Yeet is very catchy, but all she did was take the AKA's little shit and twist it up the words a little bit because they say ski weed. Huh?
Oh, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, the sorority. So it's like,
I was
yeah.
watching the 85 South show. That was called the one with the comedians and
Carlos.
stuff.
Yeah, Carlos
Yeah.
and DC.
And somebody was on there with him. I forgot who it was, and they were talking about that. And somebody was like, "Oh yeah, the booty hole brown pussy pink was that pussy was brown."
I seen it, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's just wild. But yeah, supposedly her ticket sales are doing really bad and they might have to cancel her tour. And she kind of tweeted and was like, nah, that's cap. I'm using this black-owned media company to promote my tour. And since I didn't use these big companies like Ticketmaster or whatever, SeatGeek, I don't know, whatever concert people promote, but they're trying to blackball me and trying to get my tour canceled. Don't believe it. But I believe it. I believe it.
I believe it.
It's like,
I
what?
believe it. Because I'm not paying for that. She opened up for, I want to say she opened up for the Drake concert we went to in August. Yeah, she opened up for him in August, and it was like she wasn't wearing shoes. Like, she kicked her shoes off and was like running around the stage. I was like, bro, this is not it. Like, what's this?
She shows
like,
up to every show with money to her ear. I don't
yeah, or like award shows throwing out dollars like she at the strip club. I'm like, hey, this is.
It's
I was like, she a big ass gimmick though, because I remember like I was talking to one of my nieces and they were showing me her, and I was like, isn't that girl that made that video like where she was like running around the street in like a white skirt talking about it was like that, and I want you, that song, but she was talking about shooting or something like that.
Oh,
you remember that? It went viral. Like,
might have. I lightweight remember that.
Yeah, and it was her pretty much.
Oh, I didn't know that. Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I just kind of wanted to use because they don't promote. They don't like Chris Brown anymore, and Chris Brown is actually doing a really successful tour right now. $9 million earned off his last 3 shows, $80 million earned by the end of the tour, and he's doing meet and greets for $1,100. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think those meet and greets are gonna stop anytime soon. Girls are loving those meet and greets.
Yeah, they're going.
Oh yeah, he picking them up. He bending them over.
Oh man,
so they're getting their money worth.
Yeah, you're paying me to do this? Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. Chris Brown got no shame at all. But yeah, and SZA as well. I want to give her flowers because a lot of these artists, I mean, SZA and Chris Brown are very popular. I see on social media wise. I know SZA is finally getting her flowers now. She's like super mainstream R&B right now. Her and what's the other girl's name? Summer Walker. Right now, they're really, really popular. But you know what I'm saying? She was the 4th Black woman to gross $100 million on her recent tour. Janet Jackson, Beyonce, Rihanna were the only other 3 to gross that much on tour before. Yeah, it's fire. What's up?
How much was it?
100 million.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you don't know how much he's actually getting from that. Hopefully most of it, if not all. But I know that it's gonna be busted down. But just to reach that level, and people don't know her songs were on the radio for a year straight out here. I know that for sure. The last album.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so she's doing work. So how do you guys think that male R&B can get back on the map? I don't really think there's any male R&B artists out there right now that are even close to the fame and the actual I want to say quality of these new female artists right now. I can think of a lot.
They got some pretty good artists, but they're I don't know. I think they're not. Some of them aren't putting out music as much, and some of them aren't promoted that well. So I'm not sure why, but they're not. But
I
they
don't.
still got some
Yeah.
music that comes out.
I mean, they put it out, and I'm sure the labels still have R&B male artists, but I don't really hear them much. Like, what's the last male R&B artist you heard on the radio, off the top of your head?
I don't listen to the radio, so
But
shit.
just
I don't.
like you would be able to know if
Yeah, I
you.
don't listen to the radio for nothing.
So
I
it's
would.
like I just see the resurgence of Usher right now is what I see that's publicized the most. Bryson Tiller's album kind of came and went. I mean, I liked it a lot, but I don't really hear. He's selling out on tour.
I
And
liked I liked I liked Bryson Tiller's. Usher's like it wasn't something I could put on repeat and like continuously listen to. It's something that like there maybe be like a couple songs here and there. It's definitely not like his other albums for sure, like where it's nonstop just bangers and complete shuffle the whole time.
Mhm.
His new album was, I guess, all right. It was a little too poppy for me.
Who do you listen to as far as male R&B right now, Aria, that you would say is somebody that should be publicized a little more, that could be on a level of a SZA, of a Summer Walker, one of these artists that are actually on the main, the prefaces of, breaking out as R&B artists.
Um, Sir, TDE, he's pretty good. He just put an album out called Heavy. It's got a lot of good songs on it. His old albums are good too. Masiago, I might be saying his name wrong.
Masego.
Yeah, there we go.
You made him sound like a cheese.
I know Masiago in Spanish.
Not the
He's pretty good. I mean, I don't know if Black is that considered R&B?
Yeah, yeah. But still,
Yeah,
he even was in a like he's on Summer Walker's label. Joe Budden actually talked about this. Like they pushed her album and promoted her a lot more than they pushed Black's most recent album.
I know
Like,
that. I know that
yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah. So that's another thing there. It's like, why do you feel like they are promoting a lot of? Why do you think females in R&B right now are so much more marketable than men artists?
Yeah, they are. I mean, even with rap right now, if you think about it, like they have so many different like female artists coming out. I mean, most of them have the same subject, context, content to their music. That's they're becoming popular. I mean, there's still a lot of male rappers that are coming out, but I've noticed a real like large, I guess, rise of female rap artists,
hmm
and they get popular quick as shit. Like the Ice Spice Girl. I only know one song she ever had, and that was the Munch song. Same thing happened with Cardi B when she popped up. She had the Bodak Black song, which is a decent song. I actually
Oh,
liked it.
that yellow probably.
Well, yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. Kodak.
No, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that was a good song. And after that, she just blew up. And I think I know of like maybe three other songs that she had, and they're not bad songs, but
It's
like
kind of
she
the
blew up.
opposite. It's kind of the opposite in R&B though. It's like I feel like there's a lot of quality. Like songwriters now are coming out of the blue. I wouldn't say coming out of the blue, but actually coming out of the shadow of being an artist. I mean, a songwriter and becoming an artist. Victoria
And starting
Monet.
to be an artist.
Yeah, Victoria Monet, Money Long, a lot of these ladies that are behind the scenes writing songs for people are actually coming and become like putting these hit songs, using them for themselves and becoming artists as well. And it's getting really tough when it comes down to R&B giving awards to these ladies because they're hit makers. But on the opposite end, I know a lot of R&B artists as far as the males go, that I listen to personally, and I know there's a lot that I don't listen to, and I wonder why I have to kind of search my Apple Music to kind of discover these new artists. But on the same,
hmm
but you hear, what I'm saying, every other day there's a new female R&B artist that I'm hearing that's fire. But it seems like the industry has kind of turned from, if you're gonna be a songwriter, you're gonna be R&B male, you're gonna be a pop, you're gonna be a Jason Derulo type of nigga. That's what you're gonna end up as. But I just thought it was interesting, but no hate. Shout out them. There's one topic I really want to get into that I'm really interested to talk about. This Johnathan Majors and Meagan Good situation. Um, hmm. Everybody knows Johnathan Majors is on his recovery tour after the shit that he got in with that lady. I don't know her name really. But when he was running down the street and was pushing her back in the car and got in trouble for all that.
The girlfriend or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot her name was. Well, I forgot her name. But anyways, he got fired from all his jobs in Marvel, and now he's been slowly coming back to being Mr. Majors. He got with Meagan Good and kind of just found himself, turned into a better Johnathan Majors, if you will, in the lights of the entertainment and the industry. So you've been seeing Meagan Good and Johnathan Majors around each other a lot. This recent event, I don't know. Firstly, I don't know why Johnathan Majors dresses hella crazy. He dressed like he lives in the 1970s. It's crazy as fuck. But anyways, they're at a party, I guess. I don't know what kind of party it is, but there's a whole bunch of stars there. And then Michael Illy, the light-skinned assassin with the green eyes, comes through
Yeah.
comes through and says hi. You know what I'm saying? And Johnathan Majors and Meagan Good are together. Fellas, I got a question for you. What would you do if your girl sees a guy? I mean, you don't have to call him attractive, just another guy. You know what I'm saying? Come to your girl, and your girl makes a noise you never heard her make before. A joyful noise. Like, type shit. And they runs into another man's arms, and the man picks her up and swings her around a whole 365 degrees. Her legs are off the ground. She's smiling. The contact is there for like longer than 35 seconds. And you just standing there watching your girl get twirled around, and he barely acknowledges you. How would you feel as a man? I'm asking you first, AK, and then I'll get your opinion down here. Chelsea, how you felt about, maybe you're on Meagan Good's side, maybe you're on Johnathan Majors' side. I don't know. How do you guys feel about the situation after I said hella words? Woo.
But I guess the context kind of matters behind it. Like, is he friends with dude too, or does he just not know him?
I don't think they're friends. I think they know of each other, but he's more so friends with Meagan Good.
But I heard that like he said what's up to him like inside already and didn't see Megan till later, and then that's why he didn't
dap him up
acknowledge the
that
situation.
time.
And it's
Okay.
like, I'm thinking more like if that's like my homie who I know was friends with my girl, and I know like we all got like a brother, they got a brother sister relationship. I ain't tripping off of it. Now, if it's just some dude that's her friend that I don't know about, or I know, okay, they're friends a little bit. He runs up and does that in front of me. To me, that's disrespect on his behalf and on her, like for not stopping it. And I don't think it's like an insecure thing. That's something that if I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna explain that to her before, like, hey, don't do shit that's like gonna disrespect me, something like that. Because I wouldn't do it to you. I wouldn't go up to a girl that you don't know and like pick her up by her ass cheeks and swing her around and be like, oh, back in the day, it's all good. Like you got to look at it both ways. Like,
Right. Especially if you got a nickname for the person, you calling him Mikey.
yeah, I know. Hey, what's up, Doc? I don't know.
What's up, Haktua? Like you got here calling nicknames, you gotta, how you feel about it, Chelsea? Do you think Meagan Good was in the wrong? Do you think she was kind of forced in? Well, I wouldn't say that, but how do you feel about it?
I mean, again, like I said, it's all based off like context in a situation. Like we don't know their situation at all. But like I do know that guys in general can be uncomfortable with females having guy friends in general.
Good reason. Yeah.
Even if it is like strictly platonic, it's not like people don't get upset about the situation. Like, I don't know. For me, I think that they were both wrong in general, just because you're outside and everyone can see that, and like it's a bad look on both of you, which is why it became a conversation. I personally feel like even if I haven't seen you in forever, I'm not running up to you waiting for you to twirl me around like no damn rag doll. Like, yeah, like no, I will hug you, what's up, like
Yeah, that's
keep it
funny.
pushing. So it's
Yeah.
a bit much, but yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of weird to me because what'd you say?
I feel like it's kind of a movie, like where you like, that's her man, but you go pick her, swing up, and you just looking him dead in his eyes while you doing it the whole time.
Exactly. Yeah. It's kind of like a macho thing. From a guy's point of view, it's like, watch what I do to your girl real quick. Especially if you go around, dap up everybody around them. What's up, my nigga? What's up? Hey, I'm just looking him dead-eyed. Every time he spins in the circle, looking him in his eyes. Locking eyes. That would be fucking nuts. I would be hella mad, actually. But after when we get in the car, we're gonna have a discussion.
You probably wouldn't get in the car and be like, I'm going, like.
And the cameras is
What
on
was
him because
that?
of his past situations, so he can't even react the way he wants to react, or else they look like, oh, Johnathan Majors is raging out again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
violent again.
Yeah, and Michael Ealy, maybe he felt some type of way about Johnathan Majors because he believes he does hit women. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a son you in front of everybody just because I feel like you are that guy and you don't deserve to be with her. What's up?
You know the video shows different.
I know, yeah. But you know them light-skinned dudes, they want to be Captain Save and be like, no, I do not agree.
Hey, don't be hating.
No, let me not. You represent something that I do not like, and let me just show you this was my girl first. Twirl, 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 twirl. He dipped her and put a rose in her mouth and shit.
That's why I don't get like being like I couldn't be in the industry and date an industry girl because most likely like everybody in the industry done had it way with herself. Like it's not like it's people that you ain't gonna see. You gonna work with one of them people and like, oh yeah, how you doing? How's she doing? She still do that thing? That thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and I mean
that special thing she do?
Right. I'm sure they don't even fucking care though. That's the thing about it. Because those conversations are probably so common that they don't even care. Just be like, hi, bye. Like what? Cher and AE Amber Rose. We don't talk about Amber Rose's weird ass going out there and talking at the Republican convention about weird ass shit. She want to go and I was gonna go off on a rant, but I'm gonna just pull back a little bit. We're done with the political stuff. But yeah, Johnathan Majors, bro. I feel you, bro. I like Johnathan Majors, man. Everybody hating on him.
I thought Lovecraft Country is dope as shit. I thought it was good.
Dope as fuck. Yeah, I liked him in Marvel as well, but now they're trying to take him out of everything.
They already did.
I did.
Yeah. We'll get into some Marvel talk in a minute here. I have some things towards the bottom about Marvel with some upcoming stuff, but let's move on here really quickly. Do we care about Kanye West retiring from professional music? Yeah, probably not.
No.
Yeah, don't really care at all. We'll move on past that. Tyler James Williams from Everybody Hates Chris. He played the kid and Everybody Hates Chris. I just want to take this time. I don't know if you guys seen the Quiet on the Set documentaries and all this shit about the child stars, the Nick Carter, Aaron Carter documentaries. These kids, yeah. These kids grow up kind of crazy, man. They're stars and they look like they have everything together when they're young, but once they get older, they go through some shit, man. Orlando Brown, you see him out there acting crazy nowadays.
Acting crazy.
You know what I mean?
Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
She went nuts for a hot minute.
Right.
Lindsay Lohan was.
I heard she was a big part of that documentary, wasn't she?
Amanda Bynes. I think so because she was. Yeah, because she had the Amanda show and stuff like that. I mean, Ariana Grande was in that. Wasn't she in that documentary too?
Yeah.
She was a Nickelodeon star.
But I wouldn't say she grew up normal. You know what I'm saying? I still think she kind of looks like a child. You know what I'm saying? Ariana Grande.
Yeah, she 100% does. She looks like she's still
100%.
But yeah, I just bring up Tyler James Williams because I heard that he made $250,000 each episode for Everybody Hates Chris, making him the highest paid child star ever. And I felt like he kind of grew up and was kind of normal. And that kind of brings up, it's like, okay, maybe he was a success story in these child stars because a lot of the other people, I'll try to think of at least 5 people that grew up actually normal from being a child star. And I can't think of one. I just want to give him a little bit of praise. Maybe he is still going through some things and still was kind of like, he is a little weird still in Abbott Elementary, but seeing him on that show so many seasons now, still doing his thing, I think it's kind of weird. Can you guys put 5 child stars out there that I grew up to be all right?
Drew Barrymore, she had her problems, but she turned out okay at the end.
Oh, she was in ET, huh?
Yeah, at the end she turned out cool.
Yeah, she's in ET and Firestarter and stuff. That's one.
I mean, Robert Downey Jr. He was shit in the beginning too, and now he's normal.
Well, yeah,
now
but he wasn't.
He wasn't a child, was he? Was he a child star?
I don't think he was a little. I don't think. Oh shit!
Was he like I guess he was more like an early teen.
Yeah, because I don't remember his early career to be 100% honest. I'm not even gonna lie.
I don't know if this counts.
I can't.
I was about to say
Justin Timberlake, he turned out kind of normal.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Minus his DUI recently.
If I say he was recently got, he's a DWI too.
Recently got his DUI, but he was
that's
cool.
okay. That's normal. Happens to people though. DUI, I never got one.
Other than that, he ended up with what's her name, Jessica Biel. He's all right.
And then like the Olsen twins' sister. I mean, she's normal.
The Olsen twins' sister, that don't count.
Yeah.
She was famous adjacent. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's
she like I mean she was in some of their videos when she was a little kid, and that puts her in the child star sector, kind of right. And
this.
now she's
True. And
with
and
it.
now she's in Marvel.
Yeah, fuck
This
it.
Yeah.
Megan Good counts, right? Since we were talking about her a couple of minutes ago.
Oh yeah, yeah. There you go, kind of. Yeah, yeah. She
She
does
was
100%. Got them
she was
fucked up
on
teeth. Yeah,
she was on Friday. She was in Cousin
Oh,
Skeeter.
yeah.
Tia and Tamara Mari, they turned out all right.
One of them did. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we're getting
Yeah.
somewhere now. But I was thinking too. Also, it's like a lot of the times the early '80s and early '90s. No, no, I wouldn't even say '90s. Early '80s stars kind of grew up and were all right because I still see them as like they're younger actors back in the day, and they kind of like are superstars now. Yeah,
Mhm.
but I think it was kind of harder for the '90s and early 2000 stars to kind of cope as they grew up. The fame was
yeah,
a little different. Hit a little different as internet and technology kind of got out there.
yeah. I mean, Urkel's okay. He just got like typecasted as Urkel. I just
Yeah.
called him Urkel, and that's not his name. That's fucked up. I can't. Jaleel White, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah, that is his name.
he turned out fine, but he just couldn't get casted as like anything else.
Anything
Really,
else?
yeah.
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 He has,
I feel like that's like
keep.
a lot of them though. Like if your show's big enough, you can't book nothing after the fact. Like I can't watch a single character from Harry Potter and not think Harry Potter. Like
Yeah.
you can't play nothing serious and me take you serious.
Kel from
There's this
Kenan and
comedian.
Kel.
This comedian said he's like, I can't like do certain parts because then I want to be typecast. Like, what if you go like play a part where you in prison and you get raped and fucked? I think it was a part on one of those shows, Snowfall. He's like, now you go to anything else you always thought of as a guy from Snowfall who got raped. He's like, so you
Yeah.
can't really be.
Yeah, especially if
Through
you're a
like the guy
person.
from Sons of Anarchy, that's all I think about for him. That one dude from Sons of Anarchy. He's
The
the
Mexican dude.
that
The
one. I can't.
the one that steals the bricks and gets shot in the face. Yeah, I know you're talking
Yeah. So like
about.
after that, I can't picture him in anything else. And I've seen him in a couple other things, and I can't take it seriously.
Yeah, not at all.
That's like the main guy from there. I don't know if he's the main guy, but the one that's like, I think he is the main dude. The one that they were talking about could possibly play Wolverine. But he used to be on like Freak Geeks and whatever it was back in the day with Seth Rogen. So I
Really?
always think that it was like it was a sitcom. It was funny as fuck.
I've seen that with I think James Franco is in there, right?
James Franco, I think it was. I think all of them were. Seth Rogen too, I think.
Yeah, all those guys that are usually in all of Seth Rogen's movies were in that shit.
Yeah, but it's like weird to see him as that because he's a lot older. But I'm like, I still thought of him as like the dude from that show.
I feel it. Yeah, I thought it was interesting,
Mm-hmm.
especially seeing him still around and still doing his thing. So shout out him. I know Ariana Grande is making probably millions and millions of dollars, one of the top pop stars in the world. I just feel like she's going through some shit. Like ever since the Mac Miller stuff and all that other shit happened, she kind of is kind of like
Yeah, her more recent albums aren't as good for sure.
really, yeah. She can sing. She can sing her ass off though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Michael Rubin's White Party, is it replacing the Diddy Party, or is it more so the Jay-Z brunch? What do you guys think? Tough question. I'll let you guys ponder on that one. What about Tyreek Hill, football
I
player?
don't know.
What? Oh, sorry, it jumped on me. I guess it got a little delay. Tyreek Hill from Miami receiver out there playing for the Dolphins, expecting his third kid in 2 years with his third different baby mama. How do you guys feel about that?
To put in work.
I feel like he got too many goddamn kids and he needs to chill.
And that's his
Yeah, but
12th kid.
if you got like money like some Nick Cannon shit, there's nothing wrong with it if you want to do that. As long as you like in all those kids' lives, it's all good.
Yeah, I feel
I
it.
think I seen today that like Young Dolph's cousin or something got like 24 kids with 23 baby mamas.
23 baby mamas.
We're trying to be
With
gangsters.
24 kids. Yeah, I think he said like the one thing he didn't want was to have two kids by one female, but he
Oh
fucked up.
my
Ended
God.
up having a second one with his most recent baby mama. But 24 is wild. Like even if you got money like that, to bring that many kids, it's like what's his name? What's that? The dude that had a kid, NBA YoungBoy, the one that had it with Yaya Mayweather or whatever.
Yeah.
He got a grip of kids too.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Um, I forgot what we were talking about. Somebody being pregnant, right? Was somebody being pregnant?
Shit.
Oh yeah, that like Young Dolph's cousin's
Oh
cousin's baby
yeah.
mom.
24.
Whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Is it weird that I feel like is it more it's weirder to have well, I think it's weirder to have 24 baby mamas than it is to have 24 kids. I feel like 24 kids is believable, but 23 baby mamas, what do you do? And that's like how do you even live? How do you even go around walking the earth with that kind of stress on your mind?
I feel like
23.
the baby mamas probably once you hit a certain number of baby mamas at a certain point, a female like you can't care
Oh
because
my God.
you know like your baby mama number 10 out of 10 like that's crazy, you know what you're getting into, so at that
Yeah,
point I don't feel
then
it really
I mean the
stressed.
second one, the third one. If you go up and you
I
know
mean,
he got
yeah, maybe like 3 4, but like 10 you for sure know if you're
like if
at
I'm standing in
20.
the line of motherfuckers stabbing everybody, if I'm the third person in line and I get stabbed, I deserve that shit. So it's like,
It's
Like the
it's
first and second I feel bad for, but the rest not so much.
23. And
and the
yeah,
crazy thing is like, how do you bond with those kids? Like, I
I
feel
was
like if
gonna
you had
say
11
that.
kids and one of them died, be like, damn, Larry died. Now that was Jeff. Damn, Jeff died.
How long are you able to bond with these women to have 23 kids? Like, I guess you don't have
I
to
mean,
bond very
that
long.
don't matter.
Not
Yeah,
bonded
They
nothing.
don't need to bond for enough time for him to get one off. But
yeah, 23. Yeah,
Yeah, in fact, he's doing that on purpose, and he said he's doing it on purpose, and he wants more. But like he had already 24 kids, and he still want more.
and he probably
Like
broke.
I'm playing. That's fucked up to say.
I don't know if he broke, but that's nuts. You got to be broke at this point. All 24 of them women ain't happy. They want
hey,
little.
if you getting if you getting got for child support for all them babies,
You
hundred
are.
percent you
Yeah,
can't have,
all they ain't
because
not one.
I mean they'll leave a certain percentage, but still.
You can agree to maybe one or two not asking for child support, but goddamn it, you ain't gonna get less than 20 asking for goddamn child support. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money orders to
That's a
make sure you get fucked over in the long run. Because I forgot who somebody had given his girl, baby mama, over a couple $1 million over the span of the kid becoming 18. And then once the kid was 18, he stopped giving her money. She took him to court, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, all that stuff was just gifts." And the judge was like, "Yeah, if you don't have any paperwork, I guess it was gifts." So they had to clear all that money back again.
Oh
Yep, that's
hell,
why you have to have it in the courts in general, because in a way, but like, but also like even then, like child support not really doing that. Then like you get somebody for child support and they don't pay it. It don't really matter. They're just not paying it. Like you get
It
your
do matter.
license suspended,
Yeah,
whatever, but people
shit.
don't care.
that's nuts.
Yeah,
Nah, the courts will take you to jail.
Speaking of
yeah,
that,
but they have to get you first. Like
yeah,
they
They gonna find
gotta.
you. They gonna
shit. I
find
wish
you.
I'm owed some child support then, motherfuckers. But anyways,
They should be too.
you know what I'm saying? But moving on here, speaking about breaking laws and not giving a fuck. Wiz Khalifa goes to Romania and lights a blunt on stage. They call it it's a higher level drug out there in Romania. It's like up there with how we like rate heroin out here in America type shit.
And weed is like that out here too.
Oh, well, it's
Classified. They're actually trying to lower the classification, but it's classified like I think to the same level as like heroin.
they say like it's a risk drug or something like that. What do they call it? Some weird shit like that.
The
Uh
schedule. That's a high
y-
schedule.
yeah, so basically he was on stage and he was in Romania and he lights up a joint as he is smoking on or finishing up his set on stage, as you expect Wiz Khalifa to do. But I mean, I also think if you're going to another country and trying to do shit like this, you should know the laws in the country. Because
Yeah.
after the show, he was
True.
detained, and in his room, they found 18 and a half grams of marijuana, which is under an ounce of weed. But he is facing 10 years in jail. They did let him go at the moment, but he may have to go back to face court where he's facing 10 years in jail, which brings up a topic here. When a celebrity is going to learn that you're going to other countries and they're not the same as America? You know what I'm
My
saying?
question is, if they let him go, can he come back to America? And then will America extradite him back over there?
I think so.
True.
I
I
would
think
just not go back to Romania ever.
oh, yeah, why would you? Unless you're trying to become a vampire or
Yeah,
something.
stay.
Yeah, I would stay.
I would.
Yeah, but I don't really know why you would want to go to Romania anyway. Actually, it looked like a big ass festival that was going on because I seen hella people there. Offset. I think Doja Cat was out there. That it was one of those stages where, you know, that DMX stage, that classic video where he's looking out and there's hell of people out there, like waves and waves of people. It was kind of one of those stages, just one main stage, hella foreign fans, and it was kind of epic. So I think the who's and the what's were there, but still, bro, to know that you're going to another country, you thinking, okay, you're smoking a joint on stage. If you get away with that, I don't think you should have the 18 grams on deck. This would be somebody around you or your travel agent knows the rules of the country. We saw what happened with Brittany Griner over a cartridge. You know what I'm saying? We saw what happened with Nicki Minaj coming from Amsterdam trying to cross this just country lines within. You know what I'm saying? So how do you think stars, you know, just don't give a fuck? Do you think the money gets them out of it? Do you think
Maybe they think that way. They probably think they can get over on it. But I mean, for him to just do it on stage like that was just ignorant, to be honest. Knowing that they, like, I don't know if he thought that they just wouldn't touch him, but that's like going to Dubai and running around yelling "fuck." I mean,
you can't do that in Dubai?
you can't cuss in Dubai.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's nuts. I
He
wouldn't
said, "Whoa."
yeah, I wouldn't even talk really. You know how many
He's like,
niggas?
"I'm not going then. I'm not
Can
going."
you say nigga? Did they find that a cuss word?
I have no idea. I just know
Probably
that
not.
you can't like yell at somebody or cuss and stuff like that. One girl got arrested for that, yelling at somebody and cussing at them.
Oh, I ain't gonna yell at nobody. I'll tell you that. You can't even yell at them if they
Yeah.
steal something from you. They steal your wallet.
No,
Be like,
I mean, I don't know how that works out, but I know that like she was her car got not repossessed or like towed or something, and she went off on a person and got arrested.
she was American though. It wasn't her car.
She was American, yeah.
Yeah,
Very much.
fuck that car, right?
Yeah, you just can't
And
say that in Dubai.
I know, right? And you can't say it loudly at all either. You gotta say it quiet. Get that
I want
car.
to
Yeah, that's messed up. That is hella shady, but hey, shout out to Wiz Khalifa. I know, man. Wiz Khalifa, he used to be one of my favorite artists when I was back in college, man. I used to want to be Wiz Khalifa so bad sometimes. But
We know.
oh my God. Hey, chill out. But hey, you know what I'm saying? He had his time, but now he's hella weird. He like wears space Balenciaga clothes, doesn't even dress cool anymore. His songs, his music isn't really as good as it used to be. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened.
Music's not as good.
No,
They
I
ain't got
don't
that fight no more. They comfortable. He comfortable. So when you
exactly.
comfortable and satisfied, it is what it is.
I understand it for sure. I understand it for sure. But he keeps putting the music out. I just wish if he was putting the music out, it would just make it more quality.
Yeah, but it probably ain't out of drives, out of like just like necessity or habit or something.
Yeah, out of label recommendation or label necessity or the meat. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. But speaking of some legal troubles, Alec Baldwin gets off on his murder trial. Supposedly, I guess the police withheld evidence about finding or the place having live ammunition there or not telling him about the live ammunition. So since that was withheld, they dismissed the case with prejudice. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
he's off.
like
Somebody, can you explain a little more to me what happened? I don't really understand. I keep reading and I'm trying to understand what happened.
that like one of somebody messed up and I don't know how the loaded gun got in there, but I know they were shooting somebody who was supposed to be in charge of the guns had brought some loaded actual bullets over there and they were shooting the guns, her and some other people or something. That's what I heard. I might be wrong about it. But somehow the gun was left with a bullet inside of it and he picked
Wow.
it up. But the simple fact that as an actor, I'm sure he's acted in a ton of fucking movies, and on the set there's no live rounds on there. So he was even if he pointed at the girl intentionally and shot it,
Mm-hmm.
in his mind he would have thought that it was a blank and nothing was gonna happen. So how can you hold him accountable for that? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. That's what I thought was
I
kind of
agree.
going on from the beginning. Yeah.
that's like you like going somewhere and somebody has like a water gun that's actually a pistol, but it looks like a water gun. And you pick it up and shoot somebody with it. Like if it's on camera and they see you how can I blame it for you if you didn't know?
Right.
Water and they can't blame you for that shit. It's like I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Let's just say super,
True,
super
because like the
soaker on the
first
side.
thing, because the first thing you would assume was that it was fake. Like he was supposed to be shooting guns on that movie in the first place. So the first thing you're thinking is like it's safe to shoot at anybody.
Yeah.
And he actually, like, I think I saw some like the pictures or videos of him after what had happened, and like he looked genuinely like remorseful, like he did not intend for any of that shit to happen, and like he was genuinely shocked about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I agree with letting him go for sure.
Yeah, and you saw how relieved he was, kind of broke down afterwards.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like again, there was people that kind of felt like he, deserved, or the family deserved some kind of explanation or some kind of justice for, the husband and then the families of the people that died. But at the same time, I feel like I feel like Alec Baldwin should have never been fully blamed for it, and for it to be this long before they're
Yeah.
actually able to.
I never heard about the guy who shot Brandon Lee ever like have to go through any of this when it happened.
Yeah.
It happened and that was it.
And it had to be thrown out with prejudice for him to get off from something like this. This is
Yeah.
kind of weird. It's just kind of weird. But I'm happy to see that he got off. Still, one of my favorite movies that I might actually watch tonight is Beetlejuice. He is actually unrecognizable in Beetlejuice because I did not know that was that man in Beetlejuice.
Alec Baldwin's in Beetlejuice?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he is the main character. Him and his wife.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah,
he is.
yeah. Him and my guy. Cause I'm gonna say my guy and forget his fucking name. Who played fucking Beetlejuice? Don't tell me.
Damn it, the first Batman.
Yes, Michael Keaton. Yes.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
That's my guy.
At first I didn't know that was Michael Baldwin either because he was like way
skinny,
smaller.
He didn't even look like. I've seen hella movies of him mid-age. Mm-hmm.
You can hear it though when he talks a little bit. Once you like realize that that's him, you put two and two together type thing. But yeah,
he's just super thin. It was just so crazy to me because I've seen him in his like
he's
middle
so
ages, as an actor, and to see him so skinny and thin and young in that movie was like crazy. But I love that movie. Mm-hmm. Pretty dope. Freaking thieving ass Winona Ryder's in that shit too.
Shit.
Yeah, she was still stealing shit. Yeah, I remember that. But anyways, sorry about this, Chelsea, but we about to nerd out real quick. Let's talk about some boxing because I know it's been a little while since we talked boxing. I know that's Ariel's specialty. There's some shit
let me get my drink real quick.
Oh yeah, go get your drink. Some shit's going down right now. In the media, Shakur Stevenson is taking a lot of heat. We see Tank doing his thing. Everybody says, and after you saw Haney get beat up, even though I guess there was PDs involved with the Ryan Garcia fight, everybody's like, oh, the next guy that Tank should fight should be Shakur or something like that. Shakur will, be able to stand out there with Tank. But I forgot. I don't even know who he fought. Who did Shakur fight last?
He just fought. I don't even know the guy. He's just I've never heard of the dude before, to be honest.
Exactly.
Like, fights or something, yeah. But at the same time, it also is because there's reasons why. One is like it's hard for him to get fight. People don't really want to fight him because of that whole thing prior to this, where they were saying that he's like the next great thing coming out or whatever. But also, I mean, he was not re-signing with the top rank, so they was treating him like shit. That don't excuse like the fight that much because the fight. Phil, I thought he did great, like defensively, which he always does. I think he's a supreme defensive fighter. His offense like left something to be desired. Like he wasn't punching while moving, he wasn't jabbing, and he was like a tank. He would just walk up, dodge a bunch of punches, and then plant his feet, then throw punches whenever he did. And it's like I've seen him actually fight the right way, where you like move, use footwork, jab, and stuff like that, and make openings. He wasn't doing that. He was like frustrated, and I think he got frustrated just because of the last fight where everybody said it was boring as hell. So his whole thing was, I got to get him out of here. I got to get him out of here, and he wasn't understanding how. And it was like his coach was telling him the right thing to do, and he just wasn't listening. But I don't know. It shows that like even though I think he's an extremely skilled fighter, he has a lot of growing to do, and hopefully he'll start listening to his corner more. As far as him fighting Tank right now, defensively, I think he's better than Tank, but Tank is good defensively. But I think the best thing to beat a good defense is an even better offense, and Tank is a better offense right now. Yep. So I think that he should probably stop pursuing the Tank fight for a little while and just go back to the drawing board and maybe get some better competition to see how he, I don't know, gauges up to them or whatever.
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying the fight was boring. I saw people actually on X again, kind of leaving the fight actually while it was going on due to the, I don't know, it could have been a little media manipulation. People could have been going doing other things, but people were saying it was boring. It even made it to I forgot. It Is What It Is. Is that what Mase and Cameron's little sports show podcast? Yeah. I don't say little. I don't want to demean it or nothing like that.
That's good. Yeah, I like the podcast.
Yeah, it's a really, really good podcast. But they were commenting on Shakur Stevenson, how the fight was boring, how they'll never go to another fight, and kind of just saying some of the stuff you were saying. I guess maybe he took it a little bit worse because it's such a big platform that Mase and Cameron have, and they're kind of dissing him publicly, saying this fight was boring. But they were just kind of saying what everybody else was saying in the public.
I
But
feel
that
like
caused. Go ahead.
I feel like for them, like they're not like I don't know. With me, I enjoyed the fights. Even the last one, it was boring. It pissed me off with certain things he wasn't doing, certain things he's supposed to do. But like to look at certain aspects of his game is really impressive, especially his defense. You can go back and watch that fight, and he barely got touched. And I mean, that's impressive, but yeah, he wasn't doing so. I think a lot of people who aren't like real boxing fans, they may call themselves, but they don't
Yeah.
understand setting traps. They don't understand like how people fight in boxing as far as like the object of boxing, the actual
Yeah.
meaning of it is to hit and not get hit,
Right.
which he's doing better than almost anybody. The only
Right.
person that did better than that was
Mayweather, probably.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I do understand as far as like somebody who just wants to see a bunch of action, yeah, you ain't gonna like it. And if you don't really understand it because your eyes can't catch what they're doing, then yeah, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm waiting somebody to get punched. I want to see sweat and blood fly and shit like that. And that's not really happening in his fights. So it makes sense why people are not liking it. But as far as me being a huge boxing fan, I like it. I wish that he pick it up as far as the offense more, but I still think he's a great fighter.
How do you feel about the approach that Mason Cam took? And well, they're just kind of being constructive like any other sports, they're kind of going a little hard, but how did you feel about Shakur's reaction?
I didn't. I don't. Shakur reacts a lot. I think he just takes the bait a lot. I don't like that. I think it's better to just like show your actions instead of speaking with your words sometimes. And he tends to get mad and say shit, but then when he goes out, he doesn't perform. Like he performs good, but he doesn't perform like he says he's gonna perform. So it's
Right.
like you should be able to go inside of there and do something like Terrence Crawford does, where he'll go in there and like make it a fun fight. And even if it's boring for a while, he's gonna end up tearing that person down eventually and
Yeah.
figuring out. Tank does the same thing. Tank could go in there and get his ass whooped for like the first 3 rounds. Not really ass whooped, but he's getting punched up, but
Yeah.
he's blocking and doing his defense and rolling with punches. But he's just taking data. And as soon as the shit opens up, like you can see with Tank, like especially in that Frank Martin fight, once he like figured him out, it was like Terminator. He didn't have his hands up or nothing. He was just walking forward at him.
Yep. Walking him down, putting him
And
in corners and
fucking, you just
unleashing on
like,
his ass, boy.
yeah.
He would just
So
ball up and he was
yeah,
punching down. He was punching
and
down
then
at him in a second.
getting
At a
the
point.
corners. He would have just kept doing what he was doing. He'll take a couple punches, but he was sticking and moving good. But Tank's that confidence came in. I think he looked smaller, even though he was bigger than Tank. He looked smaller in that moment.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah, for sure. And I just kind of find it weird because it brings in the whole Jay Prince situation. I didn't know Jay Prince was down with Shakur like that, but as a
okay.
fighter, you expect them to get a little, as they took it and crossed the line as fighters usually do. They brought Jay Prince into it. How do you feel about the whole Jay Prince aspect and how Mase was responding to Jay Prince? How he was talking about like, if you 60 years old still trying to be gangster, you failed.
I mean, I kind of agree with it. Like as far as like, I don't understand why Jay Prince gets into it. He did the same thing with Drake when I think Diddy or somebody had issues.
Kanye.
Kanye, so whoever it was, yeah. And it's like these are grown ass men. Let them do what they do. Like Kanye ain't no gangster. Neither is Drake. Why are you getting into this if you're supposed to be a gangster? Now, though Cameron is from the hood and shit like that, that motherfucker is far removed from that shit. He making money now. He ain't in no gangster shit like that. So for him to be criticized and talking about Shakur Stevens and Shakur responded to him, that's not Jay Prince's business. I think he should leave that shit alone. And yeah,
Especially when they're making threats and stuff like that. It's just it
yeah.
gets a little wild, especially when you're doing it on the internet. If you know anything by now, you shouldn't be, especially if you plan to do anything, make any threats online because they is watching.
Yeah.
If you ain't seeing the cases going on in Ricos and stuff right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like by him and by Cam and Shakur going back and forth, it's just a Twitter argument. By somebody like Jay Prince getting involved in it, and they know like the history with him and how he moves and whatnot. Well, now you change the dynamic of the argument. You know what I'm saying? When you could have just kept the fuck out of it, and it could have just been a back and forth.
Okay. I feel that. Now, did you hear about the Lomo and Tank fight that was actually supposed to be happening in October and November of next year?
They're trying to set it up. So
I'm trying to go out there. If that fight actually does happen, I think I might need to put a trip together to Vegas and head out for that one. I think I might want to check that one. I'm not gonna go to the fight, but I'll check out Vegas for that fight.
that'd be expensive as fuck. But that'd be an interesting fight because they both they don't fight the same, but they both start up the same. They're both slow and they just take a bunch of data. And then once they figure the person out, they open up on them. So well, it's fun to see how that happens when neither person are really punching each other. They're just standing there waiting for another person to punch. So
Just taking damage. I feel that. All right. Welcome back, Chelsea. I'm bringing you back in for this one. Go in the cinema corner, walk with me, talk with me, go in the cinema corner. Have you guys been to the movies or seen any movies lately?
Last movie I saw was Bad Boys.
Bad Boys, Bad Boys. And I heard that made a couple of $1 billion. Do you guys realize that Inside Out 2 is the top Pixar grossing movie ever?
Inside Out
I
2. I
did
never
not.
heard of that.
I haven't seen Inside Out 1 because I think it's about like emotions inside a kid and shit like that, and emotions come to life type shit.
I've seen the first one. Thanks to my god kids. I've seen the first one. The second one I haven't seen, but I did hear it was good. The first one was good. Definitely is about emotions, and it's like one of those feel good, emotional cartoon type of animation things. So I mean, it was good in itself.
I fuck with Pixar, but
Life
I feel
lesson.
like, yeah, life lessons, and they kind of like, it's weird life lessons. Like one of them, Luca was like exploring like being gay.
This is a
Fucking
cartoon or something?
yeah, Turning Red was secretly about a little girl getting her period for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Inside Out is about secretly about little girl like learning about her emotions and stuff like that, and all the I haven't seen that one, but all these Pixar movies actually ever since like I think after The Incredibles have all had this little mixed meaning and try to teach kids stuff, but in a different way. I think this is one of those movies. Like I said, I didn't see the first one, but I think a lot of parents are taking their kids to kind of teach them stuff about
It
themselves.
was like, yeah, the movie's more about like, at least the first one. I didn't see the second one, but the first one's more about like, I think she like lost her dad or something like that. And then so like she's trying to figure out how to like regulate her emotions, like joy, sadness, like all of like anger and all
Anxiety
that.
and weird shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anxiety, like all of her fears, and like trying to like give them a way to deal with it, I guess.
I don't know when I was young and my parents looked at Pixar movies like that, but I didn't think it was so much more like so much message based. Like Toy Story, it's like we just trying to be
Bugs
toys out
Life.
here, right? We just trying to be bugs out here. Incredibles, we just trying to be superheroes out here. Cars, we trying to drive out here. All
If
this other
anything,
shit.
they'd have jokes in there that we didn't understand as kids, or y'all didn't, because I was older than y'all. But even like some of the movies when I was young, and you get older and you watch it again, it's like, what the fuck? Like some of those is like adult jokes they throwing.
Like what joke was that? Yeah.
Shrek was
Yeah,
for
like
sure like
what was that
that.
damn, what was the one about was it Hercules? And they had the big dude that was following him around when he was sleeping. He had a tent only over his midsection, like he was
Oh wow.
pitching.
Yeah.
As a kid, I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I was younger. I wasn't a kid when I saw it, but I didn't really catch the meaning of it until I saw it years later. And I'm like, he literally pictured a tent right there. That's
Oh
crazy.
yeah. Old Disney used to be perverts. Yeah, they used to all be like, I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of
Old
those
school
videos.
Disney used to be some
Lion
shit.
King with the sex, or was it said sex when he like ran past something like that? And then, like the Little Mermaid with the big ass dildo on top of the castle. It was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, crazy shit like that. But yeah, shouts out to Pixar and Inside Out 2 for being the top grossing Pixar movie ever. But this next movie we're about to talk about, it's been coming for a long time. And I think it has a really big opportunity to be one of the highest grossing movies, maybe ever. Deadpool 2, or no, Deadpool 2, Deadpool 3 coming out really soon next week, July 25th. Really excited to see it. Are you guys gonna check out Deadpool? Are you guys as excited as I am? Wolverine, Hugh Jackman coming back, rated R Marvel, ushering in the X-Men, all kind of cameos. Are you excited? Are you excited? Do you think it'll be as big as
Oh,
Endgame?
Not as
I'm so excited. I don't know about as big as Endgame though. That's giving it a little bit more, I think. But I do love Deadpool in general. His dark humor. Ryan Reynolds plays him so well. I'm a sucker for Hugh Jackman as Wolverine too. Love all of his movies like that. So I'm excited. I kind of want to watch it on that Thursday when it comes out. That's kind of the plan right now. But
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's Comic-Con week too. What about you, AKA? Are you excited for Deadpool? What are you excited for the most about it?
when is it coming out?
July 25th is in theaters, I think next week.
Oh, Okay.
next week.
I mean, I'm not
Friday.
going
Like
to the
Thursday.
theater. I don't go. I'm a fucking introvert to the fullest extent. They're reckless. So, nah. If I can find a way to stream it, I'm doing that. But I'm not going to no damn movies.
Nah, I'm from. Yeah, there's too many people in there for sure. I've been trying to go days where it's not you don't have to sit shoulder to shoulder with people. I
Yeah.
try to kind of avoid that, but I feel like this week or for that movie is gonna kind of be inevitable. I found my spot in the recliner chairs. You feel me? Kick my shit back. Be sneaking snacks up in there. I'm gonna enjoy it. I think the runtime is like 2 hours and 7 minutes to have it in credit scene. They say in this movie the X-Men will be introduced. I think character information for the actual X-Men movie. I think it's X-Men will be introduced at Comic-Con, which is the same weekend, I believe. So I think the movie drops the Friday of Comic-Con.
I heard a theory about like Wolverine and the X-Men. They were saying that the Wolverine from this movie is actually from the MCU universe that we're familiar with, and that's why the X-Men aren't around because he killed them all. Because that's that whole it was not House Which one was it that tricked into thinking they were all the enemies and killed them all? I forgot which comic that was, but
I
it's
heard
basically going off of that. I
I
think.
heard one where they were kind of saying that this X-Men or this Wolverine was the Wolverine from the X-Men cartoon. I think he did something to go back in time to try to stop Sebastian or whatever. And in doing so, I think all the
Fuck
mutants
everything.
die and he's the only one left and he fails. So that's why he's sitting at the bar by himself and nobody likes him because he's one of the X-Men that actually failed the world, that shit.
I think one of the evidence they had about that though was like Wolverine being in a fight in a bar, and I guess there was that like what's that show? She-Hulk. There was like a little clip from She-Hulk where she was like reading a piece of the newspaper, something like that, and it said a man with claws has fighting bar or something like that, with metal claws has fighting bar, and it
Mm.
was like a kind of homage to
Oh,
him. But it's like kind of saying that's why the X-Men didn't like you didn't see them at all because he killed them already. But I mean, this is all theories. That would be
No,
dope
yeah.
though.
Who knows? Because they can do a lot of time jumping. Who knows who gets left where after it's all said and done? Because they're rebooting shit. This is supposed to get Phase 5 really jump started. So I really think that we're gonna see a lot of shit happen in here. It's gonna have a lot of implications of some future shit. We are seeing not only is this movie coming out, we've seen a lot of trailers for. We've seen the trailer for Captain America: New World Order. And some of the shit that's
mhm.
going on in there. We see Anthony Mackie actually as Captain America. We get a little storyline. We saw, what was it, Isaiah kind of looked like he got activated like a Winter Soldier to try to take out the president or some shit. Um, we see
They even
Harrison
got
Ford.
I said we got the new was it Falcon, the
Oh
Mexican
yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh, uh-huh. But I do see at the end of the trailer though, he gets his wings back. Do you think he dies, or do you think he just has a whole new set of wings for dude?
Well, they kind of both fly next to each other.
Oh, I didn't
So
see that in the
if
in the
you look at it closely, it's two of them flying.
Okay, cool, cool. Because I don't want him to die. Because in the comics, I guess that he kind of does get fused with an actual Falcon on some weird shit.
Yeah, he never actually had metal wings. That's how
Right.
he had maybe he did, I can't remember. But yeah, he definitely got fused with the Falcon.
Yeah. So
He
maybe that
no,
happened.
that's what it was. He got fused with the fucking Falcon that Falcon has. The little what's that damn thing that drone that flies around? In the
Yeah.
comic, that thing is a real
Red
bird.
Wing.
Yeah, Red Wing. It's like a mutant bird or something like that, and he gets fused with that.
Okay.
So
That's what's up.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it all, man. I want to see Anthony Mackie actually in action as Captain America. I don't know how the hell he's supposed to be fighting the Red Hulk because he ain't got no super serum. He'll get smashed
That
into a
suit though,
ball.
he got the suit from Wakanda, so that itself is like a Iron Man suit almost.
Oh, so he got three characters in one. So he's gonna be Iron Man, Falcon, and fucking Black Panther. Okay,
Yeah,
they should give him some serum, bro. Somehow, some way, he should take some serum, get the superpowers, bro.
I feel like in the comic though, I gotta look it up again. I think at one point he does get abilities from the Tesseract, but I don't know if that like stayed or not. I don't know. A
And I
bunch of
also
little
heard that Chris Evans may sign back on to be a Captain America figure, so maybe he does only stay Captain America for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if it
oh
was
yeah,
for
ever
Secret
since
Wars.
I think they were talking about him just coming back because they were gonna have like iterations of the characters from different films, and they were thinking about bringing him back as Human Torch
Oh,
because
okay.
he was saying that he was satisfied with the way Captain America's story ended.
But I think he
So,
might be in Secret Wars though, because there's
Yeah,
already
I heard that
there.
too.
Yeah,
oh,
there's
dope.
confirmed 23 characters coming back from all throughout and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see it, man. They had to do a whole bunch of reshoots and shit like that for this movie, so hopefully it's not bad. I want it to be good because I want Anthony Mackie. I like Anthony Mackie a lot. I want this character to kind of live on, but at the same time, I wouldn't be mad if he just went back to being Falcon because I think they're able to do a lot more shit without if they're not gonna give him the serum.
I think in the comic he eventually does go back to it. I don't know. I gotta read up on it more, but I think he does, right?
I don't know. I don't know because he put the wings back on. So hope I mean if they don't plan to bring Chris Evans back as another Captain America, if they don't plan to move on to the Iron Patriot for the young dude, Isaiah's grandson, they're gonna have Anthony Mackie for a while. He's kind of older though, so maybe they do plan to transition into Iron Patriot a little sooner than
Imagine
later.
because they have all the other characters, so why wouldn't they just put him in there eventually? But
Yeah.
the problem is like they don't have. How would he get the super serum? Like he'd have to get it from I guess his grandfather instead of from Captain America. Because in the comic, the boy is taking a drug, make him look like he has powers, and then they find out that he was taking the drugs and he can't. Then he ends up getting hurt, and they have to have a blood transfusion.
Oh, that's
And
how he gets it.
yeah, he does a blood transfusion with Captain America.
Yeah,
So maybe
they're probably gonna move it around a little bit, twist it up, twist it, maybe get into like a car accident. And
his
they'll be like,
grandfather give his life for him or something.
yeah. He got into a car accident one day and I had to give him blood transfusion to keep him alive. And then he
That's
got,
fucked up though, because then he becomes sterile.
oh damn. Oh yeah. Because what, he can't have kids? Oh yeah, because his grandfather couldn't, because
Yeah,
yeah.
he had his kids before he got disarmed. So yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I'm excited to see that July 25th. If you guys are going to Comic-Con, if you're trying to sell a ticket to Comic-Con, I'm trying to go, man. They're having that Marvel panel out there and everything too. So, goddamn, they're making a comeback. But LA Comic-Con, we coming for y'all. I'm ready to conquer. The voice actor for Death the Kid is gonna be there, so I'm about to bring my pop on if y'all can see it right there. Get that shit signed. Anyways, we made it to actually. Are you guys watching anything special? I have a what are you watching section here for the people, best of bias listeners.
just got finished watching that Supercell on Netflix. It was pretty good.
People were liking that Supercell. People are saying it's good. People are actually talking crazy, saying it's comparable to The Boys, but I'm gonna let that slide.
I wouldn't put that there, but it's a good show.
Yeah. I'm watching The Boys. I'm watching The Acolyte right now. Both those show season finales just ended, so you can binge the whole thing. Presumed Innocent on Apple Plus. Check that out. It's a really good show. Dark Matters on Apple TV Plus. If you haven't watched that, all these shows are almost to the end, so you can binge all the shit. Rashida Jones came out with a new show called Sunny on Apple TV Plus. I'm promoting Apple TV Plus a lot. If you want to sponsor us, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? We can do that for you. Netflix, Cobra Kai just dropped season 6. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Y'all watching anything special you want people to watch? They should check out.
I've been watching House of Dragons, but
I just got back into that too.
Yeah, last episode, pretty epic.
I haven't even finished the first season because I couldn't get past the incest part. Like in Game of Thrones, it was people you hated who was doing that shit, but in this one, it was like the main girl, and it was like, now how many body?
Yeah, and it was like it gets like I can't binge it because I can watch a couple episodes, but it's too much sometimes.
Yeah,
that's how I felt about Game of Thrones too, though. Like certain like parts, like especially like with like Sansa and like the Boltons and like he's gross and like has his dog eat people type shit. Like I can watch a couple of them, but I can't watch like continuously and binge it.
When Theon was getting tortured, that was hard to watch. That was fucking weird. Yeah.
Yes. Oh god. And when he was such a broken person, it was just like it was difficult.
They did a great job.
So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do feel like though that it's a lot
in
of
general,
dialogue.
it's just too much. But I mean, House of Dragons, watching it.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of dialogue. It has a lot of talk and there's like action. Excuse me, at the very end, and it's like, okay, I do understand what's going on in the second season, but it's like it's a time jump. So there's a lot of shit that happens that you don't really see happen. But there is a lot of incest. They keep that bloodline strong. I'm telling you, boy.
What is your opinion on the first season though compared to Game of Thrones? Just because I haven't seen it, I'm only like 3 episodes in.
Yeah, season 1 is really good. Go ahead.
I think season one is really good. it made me want to rewatch Game of Thrones in a sense to like get the parts why like they connected, and then I realized like certain parts they were actually talking about like the Targaryen family and how stuff happened and like the fights and like talking about their dragons stuff like that. So it ties in really well.
Yeah.
So since I hadn't watched Game of Thrones in such a long time, I had to rewatch it. But season one was really good. But again, it's very heavy, heavy on the incest in House of Dragons, like heavy.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's really hard for me to like connect and like a character, because of that.
Yeah, like because it's like and it's everybody. Like there's not
Yeah.
even a single character you lightweight like that you feel like is trying to do the right thing. Like at least for me, like in Game of Thrones, no matter how shitty stuff went, like Arya, I was all about Arya. She was cutting people's throats as revenge, and she did it
She
with
was
a purpose. Yeah, as a kid, the whole time, like, but at least she like there was people that you could actually like you could like Jon Snow, you could like Arya, you could like people like that. House of Dragons, you don't really like nobody. Like you feel
really.
bad and realize why some of them become the way that they are, but you still like can't actually like any of them.
And they just popping dragons out like motherfucking Skittles. Like, you get a
Yeah.
dragon, you get a dragon, you get a dragon.
I think that's one of the lures that they had in Game of Thrones was like you really connected to people and then they died. And then it got you afraid to connect to people in the next season because you like, I like this person, they probably gonna fucking die. And then they did. And then it was like the
And
next
they killed main characters every single time too.
yeah.
Like
It made me like
you,
not like Jon Snow and not like Arya because I was like, I don't want them to die. So I hate them. Fuck them.
House of
But
Dragons
yeah,
is
like
way different.
it worked.
Yeah, you're like, oh, these people are probably gonna kiss. They gonna kiss. Oh, this person probably gonna pull his dick out. Yo, they pulling their dick out.
Yeah.
yeah, his dick came out. Yeah, exactly.
It's like it's weird shit like that, and then at the end of the episode, it's like, oh, we beefing. Something happens. Boom. And it's just it's and it's tough too if you don't really know, like, and they do it really fast. They'll say, oh, this is a person that's really this person's family member in the future, but they'll mention the name. They even went to the what is it? Not King's Landing, but the Knight's Keep, where they watch over the fucking the big ass snow wall. What is that family's
House
name?
of Black, yeah.
Yeah, Castle Black. What's that family's name that
Not a
watches it?
family about that. That's just the what you call Night's Watch.
But yeah, there was somebody
Yeah.
that was it wasn't
Oh, the one that they said that he brought like he turned to a rat or something like that. You talking about that guy? The story where he had brought guests into the house and then killed them. You talking about that
no.
one?
I gotta text
Or are you
it.
talking about how the Targaryen old dude that died? Because he was part of the
No,
Targaryens.
because you
He's
know
Mad King's
how
brother.
Rhaenyra's son went there to talk to the guy in charge, who was really somebody's family member that's a main character in Game of Thrones.
Oh,
So it kind of does shit like that. It's like you're
and
meeting,
I gotta rewatch that.
yeah, you're meeting characters that are ancestors of main characters and they go to certain places to introduce you to these prequel characters that are
when you met
main
the
descendants.
Starks.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. I think that's who it was. Like
Yeah, it's like
one of the Starks was
it's
there.
like it's like how the but it's like how like the Bolton little girl that they burned alive. That girl, she was telling the story of what happened with Rhaena and like her brother, like her half brothers or whatever the case may be, like talking about that family drama when she was teaching that old dude how to read. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? So when she was trying to teach him how to read, she was talking about that book that based around them. So that's why I had to like go back and rewatch because I'm like, okay, like you guys put like the Easter eggs for House of Dragons, which made it more watchable. Given I didn't like the way that Game of Thrones ended in general, but like it is what it is.
Yeah.
So
Good
it was a
trying, though.
disappointment. Yeah, it was a disappointing ending. But yeah, House of Dragons I've been watching. That one's good. I haven't really been stuck on nothing else though.
I watched a bunch of anime.
Yeah, I watch anime. Well, I watch a anime right now because I'm trying to get through that motherfucker.
One Piece.
Yeah,
You're almost there.
I don't vary off that motherfucker because if I do, it's like I'm almost there. I don't need to, and I always get confused at where I'm at in other animes, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna catch it. Let me just go back to where I was here and just finish off. I'm on like 1,091. and I've been just pushing through it all. Yeah, like I've been skipping like one
Great
or two
show.
episodes, the fillers.
God
but,
damn.
yeah, I've been through so many arcs all at once. It's like,
Have you been
damn.
going on the guides and stuff and looking at the ones that are fillers, so you know too much?
Yeah. I've been following it the whole time, so I'm to where they don't have any more, to where they're
Okay.
telling me to skip. So I'm just out here just watching shit and just seeing where it takes me at this point. And we're still fighting Kaido and Big Mom during the team up. We're still trying to liberate the land of Wano.
I like that one. It was like a lot of action in that, and you get to see everybody get down. You even get to see Junbei get down. And you get to see
Oh yeah,
how
everybody.
powerful Zoro finally is, because they never really showed up ever since the time skip. So yeah,
I'm to where they just got the antidote to change them back from the ice. What do they call them?
oh yeah. When they start ice disease.
Yeah. And Chopper's ass always finds the antidote, but hella
Yeah.
late.
I'm
Give
telling
me
you,
some
everybody
time.
is the best at what they do. Everybody.
Give me some time. I promise I'll get the antidote. Just beat people's ass for 50 minutes, 50 episodes. And by the end of this 50th episode, I'll heal us all. I promise.
But you notice how like everybody whatever their job is, they're the best at it. Sanji is the best cook in the fucking world, pretty much.
Yeah.
And fucking Usopp, even though he's a pussy and clumsy as fuck, he's like the
A super
best
strategist.
Yeah, no sniper. He be fucking shit up. He always make them crazy shots. And then they got Junbei. Have you met Junbei already?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, Junbei is like the best at fucking driving that boat when he gets on there. He can drive that shit like a fucking race car. So it's like everybody, whatever their job is, they're the best at it. So
and I fuck with Frankie too, because he's always trying to fight and don't give a fuck. He's like,
yeah,
go ahead, beat me up. Yeah, and all that shit on Sunday. But anyways, anime, go check all that shit out. We are to the end of the podcast. I don't want to hold the people too long, but thank you guys so much. Somewhere to let the people know where they can find you at. AKA, I know yours is short and sweet, so let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah, it's on Instagram. Is it Akil Young? That's what it is, right?
That it is. You don't figure it out one of these days. Yeah.
I don't do social media. I'm old as fuck, bro.
Then Chelsea, what you got for them? What you got for the people?
Oh, me? Chelsea Tiara on everything.
Pretty
much, yeah.
Chelsea Tiara on everything.
Everything. Every social media thing, Chelsea Tiara. Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what it is for your boy. It's Instagram, SAC_Lydell, Patrick_Lydell on the Snapchat. Anywhere you're looking for the podcast, type that shit in and you'll see this little man's face right here, Young Growly. You'll find us on YouTube, Best of Bias Podcast. You'll find us anywhere you find your favorite podcasts at. What is it? Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, all that shit. Just type that shit in and you'll find us. If you want to be on the podcast, hit us up. You know what I'm saying? I'm always welcome to having guests on. We'll make you look beautiful. Do not worry about it. I know a lot of you is scared and a little shy to be on the pod, but let them know. Y'all know. Once you get on, it's just like, it's like riding a bike. It's like you've been doing it all your life. So don't be scared. Fantasy football's coming up. I know y'all suck ass Nick. Sorry, I won't go that far, but I know y'all ducking. Y'all need to be on weekly to talk about that too, because I'm gonna take y'all money real soon. But without further ado, I'm gonna let y'all get up out of there. But every day y'all listening to this podcast, I thank you, because you could have clicked on any podcast in the world, but you clicked on which one? This one right here. It's the Best of Bias Podcast. Chelsea in the building, AKA in the building, Lydell Dinero in the building. But I'm not about to be in the building for very much longer. Where that theme song at? It's right here. Peace out, peace, love, and happiness. Yeah. It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of bias. Best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias.